What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am answering a lot of questions that have been in the air, and you're gonna learn a lot about me, and I'm just so excited. I posted a little story on Instagram asking people to get deep with me and ask me questions that you've been wondering about me. I selected a good amount to be answered, and here we are. I'm gonna answer your questions, and you're gonna hopefully know more about me, and if not, then I'm sorry. Alright, and if you guys haven't already, please like this video down below, and click subscribe to my channel if you want to be updated when I upload videos weekly. If not, then don't. And also, follow my Instagram and just follow it because I'm a good time and you won't regret it. Let's get into the questions. Enough said. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Question number 1. How do you find genuine happiness? That's a really good one. I'm 21 and I'm learning about myself as days go by as well, and I can't explain genuine happiness at its full extent. But I'm working on myself, I'm learning about myself, and on the bad days and on the sad days, I try my hardest to overcome them and just tell myself that, you know, it's gonna be okay, that you're gonna get through it, that this current situation that's not so good or that's not your most favorite day of your life is happening for a reason, and there's always a positive in a negative situation in some form. It's not about finding genuine happiness, it's about starting to look at things in a brighter perspective. Next question. Have you been in love? Honestly, I would say yes, I've loved someone, but I don't think I've been in love, if that makes sense. Like, I have felt so much for someone, but I have never fully been in a situation where it was mutual and it lasted a long time and it was like, oh, like this perfect love story. So it was a very tricky time, but yes. Okay, next question. Did you dye your hair? No, this is my hair. Sometimes people do ask me that questions, like in some of the pictures I post on Instagram, my hair looks lighter than others, but it's literally just the lighting in some pictures. But no, my hair is not dyed. It's brown hair. You're looking at it. Yeah, next question. What was your most embarrassing moment in school? Oh my god. So, in 7th grade, I tried so hard to be that cool kid. I always intentionally was like late to class. Anyways, the 2-minute bell rang and I was on the other side of the school and I was like, oh shoot, I can't be that late to class. So I started running so fast, and there was like this little like sitting area that you sit on. It's like a stone thing that goes like that. And I was like, I don't care, like whatever, people are around me. I'm just gonna like run up and like jump over it and like run to class as a cool kid. So I go running, and my foot gets caught on like the part of like the stone where you sit. My foot gets caught, my body falls over, and for some odd reason I didn't catch my body. It happened so quick because my leg just got caught and my body just literally flipped really fast. I didn't have enough time to stop my body with my hands, and my face hit the floor so hard. And when I say so hard, I mean so hard. My forehead literally split open, blood was on the floor, and I literally couldn't stand. I didn't fully pass out, but I remember I was just laying there and didn't know what to do. And like some people called the office people and blah blah blah. They had to put me in a wheelchair and then they had to take me to the office, put ice on me. And I remember I was like, oh no, my life's over. I'm gonna get this big scar on my forehead. It's not gonna be good. Thank God I didn't scar from what I see. But it was so embarrassing because I fell in front of the entire school and literally knocked myself out because I was trying to be cool and jump over a place where you can sit. I don't know if that sounds embarrassing, but at the time it was so embarrassing. Okay, anyways, next. What has been the best learning experience that made you the person you are today? As some of you guys know, I was born and raised in San Diego, and it's not a bad place to live, but it's not my favorite place to stay put. I've always had like these crazy dreams to, you know, act or model, blah blah blah, do social media, list goes on. I guess overall my mind was more on the artistic side of the world, and San Diego does not have any of that. And so I think by moving to Los Angeles at such a young age, it was a month before I turned 18, so it was like 2 months after I graduated high school. And I think by taking that leap, and I have been in some very low points in my life since I've moved, and struggling points and not really understanding my point here, if I should move back and like reconsider my plans for my career or my life or what I want to do, but I'm still here. God has provided, and I'm very thankful, and I can easily say by moving to LA has been the best experience I'll always remember, and it has made me the person that I am today. So yeah. What's the first thing you see in someone? Ooh, that's good, that's so good, that's so good. I can't really see see the thing that I see, if that makes sense, but it's a feeling I get. Especially when I'm interested in someone, it's like a sense of comfort that radiates off them, rolls over to me. And even in friendships too, or like my family, I get that around my whole family. Okay, that was way too deep. Yeah, but I hope you understood that. Okay, next question. Do you drink water? What's that? I've never heard of water. I don't post on my story all the time saying drink water. I don't need water. I don't know what that is. But if you want to tell me what water is, feel free to comment down below. How do you find joy in hard times? Ooh, that's so good. See, with me, hard times have always shown me more of who I am as a person. And during hard times, I really feel my heart more than the brighter times, to be honest with you guys. And so the more I grow, the more I age, I learned that the hard times bring out your heart. And if you strive to see the positive in the hard times, the positive will always come back, always. You can't not have bad times, but you can not let the bad times affect you as much as it's trying to affect you. Yeah, if that makes sense. Okay, next. Would you publish your own poetry book? Maybe next year, because I need one in my life. I don't want to say too much information, but I'm definitely not publishing a book next year. Or maybe I will be. I don't know, but I have something exciting coming earlier than next year, so okay, next question. What is love and how can we maintain a stable love to ourselves and others? Ooh, I think that is the best question I received from you guys by far. I'm gonna start with the first part. What is love? Love is a feeling of comfort and a feeling of soft, if that makes sense. The most rock hard person can experience love and it'll soften them up, it'll warm them up, and it'll show them like a whole entirely new perspective of life. And so for me, love is something that's like very, very uncontrollable, especially when it comes to relationships. And it's so great, but it can be so dangerous. And as a lot of you know, you can't help who you love. And even if the person isn't the best for you, it's love and you feel for them. And sometimes you'll even love them more than you love yourself. And that's when it can get really, really dangerous. And how to maintain a stable love to ourselves and others. I've been thinking about that question a lot lately. Not that exact question, but overall, like how to live a life of love. And with all of these tragic shootings happening and people losing loved ones and experiencing sadness and not even having an answer to sudden incidents that are happening in this generation. It's so sad, to be honest with you guys. It's so sad. And all these people that are acting out and doing these horrible things aren't loving the world they're in, aren't loving their surroundings, aren't loving the people that are around them, but most importantly, not loving themselves at all. And that's when it gets dangerous. So how to live a life of love, in other words, is to start within yourself. Pause your days. You know, we're all so wrapped up in these things, these phones, these cameras, everything. And, you know, I'm so grateful for them because I get to do what I do here. I'm talking to you guys through technology, which I'm so grateful for. But it's so important to put this thing down and just sit there in your mind and not distract yourself if you're sad. Like, take the sadness in, heal from it, acknowledge it, take a step forward and don't look back when you're sad. How are you even gonna take a step forward if you're not taking a second to dig inside your own mind and realize why you're even sad, you know? I don't know where I'm going with this, but start with loving yourself. That's where it expands and that's where it grows and that's where it blooms and that's where it'll naturally just... Okay, last question. Have you ever had doubts about God? I wouldn't necessarily call them doubts, but when I was younger, I didn't necessarily feel God, didn't really like take the minute out of the day to be like, okay, you know, this sucks in my life, or you know what, this is the best time of my life and I'm thankful for it and I want to still spend time with you and acknowledge you. And of course, when we're little kids, it's a lot more challenging to acknowledge those little things and take a minute out of your day and pause, you know, but as you grow, it's very important to stop in silence, listen. And throughout my life, I experienced amazing things. I've experienced horrible things. I've experienced confusion. I've experienced love. I've experienced hurt. I've experienced how to love myself again because I lost myself in so many other things. But I always knew that something was protecting me since I was a little kid, and that something is God, 100%. And if you don't believe in him, that's totally fine. I'm not asking you to believe in him, but I'm grateful that you're listening to me right now about my experience with God, and I hope this puts something in your mind and even makes your heart stir up some sort of love or question to you. When I first met God or experienced that love of God, no, I've never doubted it. I've never questioned God. I've never doubted God. I believe that sometimes God has taken people out of my life even though I wanted them to stay, because I didn't have the power to say no, or I didn't have the power to take myself out of the situation. So God took it out for me. I've had things where I didn't know why things were happening the way they were, and I didn't want them to happen, but I knew it was my path and my time to experience that hurt in order for me to grow and expand and love in a new way too. And if you guys have any questions, my DMs are always open. And yeah, wow. Okay, this video was very, very deep. I don't know what just happened, but it happened. Hi. Thank you for watching. If you guys are still watching, it means the world. And I hope some of these questions have helped you get to know me better. And I hope some of the questions have helped you in some sort too. And yeah, alright. Bye guys.